fall yet for another couple of weeks, but we're almost halfway through the season. Don Mascola along with Donnie Riccatelli bringing you the action from Boardman tonight as the 1-2 Howland Tigers come in to face the 2-1 Boardman Spartans. Donnie, beautiful night for football. Looks like we're going to have a large crowd here tonight, and should be a good game between the Spartans and the Tigers.
Should be an excellent game tonight. Hall of Fame inductions happening at halftime for the Boardman Spartans, so expecting a bigger than normal crowd tonight to watch their Spartans compete, and especially with the return of number 4, Terrence Thomas.
Terrence Thomas, the athlete quarterback Purdue commit. Not sure how much we're going to see him tonight. He will not start this evening, but he will be on the field tonight, and he's exciting to watch. He had 1,162 all-purpose yards last year, 17 touchdowns, threw for 380 yards, so should give this Boardman offense quite the spark here in game number 4.
Absolutely, and he doesn't need many touches at all to make anything electric happen. So he could be on a snap count all you want, but he's gonna make sure every snap counts tonight for him.
This is the 17th meeting all time between Boardman and Howland. Boardman leads the series 12 victories, 3 losses, and 1 tie, which came in 1979. The first meeting between these two happened back in 1975. They played for a few years. There was a break in 1980. I believe that was the year of the much talked about Boardman teacher strike in 1980, and there was a short season. Then again from 81 to 87, and then the series broke off until 2017. Last year, the Spartans defeated the Tigers in Howland 54-19. The Tigers won the year before here at Spartan Stadium. So out of the last 4, Boardman has won 3, lost 1, and looking to stay on the winning track and add to that 2-1 record this year.
Yeah, if they can't get if Howland can't get the running game going for them, it's going to be a long night. Boardman's defense has been much improved. Last week up at Jackson, tough loss for them. So I'm sure that practice this week was a little bit more focused. I'm sure it stung quite a bit that they had the chance to knock off Jackson at Jackson. They gave up a lot of really big plays to Jackson's running back, and Jackson's quarterback was unbelievable. But they were still in the game. 20 to 14 was the final, and Boardman had a chance at the end of the game. So it could be a very, very long night for Howland if they can't establish their own run.
That is very true, Donnie. We'll see what happens this evening. The Spartan Marching Band on the field right now with the incomparable Script Ohio. So we'll turn it over as they dot the I here in the pregame ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks. The Boardman Band will provide special recognition for that. We'll turn it back over to the public address. That was the Boardman High School alma mater. Looks like we're waiting for the pregame timeline to catch up with the actual time here. We were told we'd be rolling right into the 9/11 observance and the national anthem, but we haven't done that. This is the fourth game for new Boardman football coach Seth Antrim. Coach Steve Boyle of Howland is in his fourth year with a record of 11-21. Tigers, with their 1-2 record this year, they defeated Niles in the opening game of the season 6-0, and then have suffered two consecutive losses at the hands of Ravenna 20-13 and Poland 27-14. Of course, the Spartans defeated Cardinal Mooney first game of the year 28-7. Cheney down at Rayen Stadium in week 2 16-12, and then that tough loss to the Jackson Polar Bears 20-14 down in Stark County last Friday night. One of the players injured in that game on Friday night, K'Wan Robinson, a wide receiver, kind of a scary injury, went down and was out for a while. He was honored pregame, not in uniform this evening, won't be playing tonight, but it was good to see K'Wan back at Spartan Stadium and out on the field with the captains for the pregame coin toss.
Absolutely, and unfortunately, I was able to see that play happen across the field, right directly across from me, and for him to be able to walk out in the middle of the field today to be an honorary captain speaks volumes for, that sight was something that you don't want to see. He was pretty much laying there motionless until they took him on the stretcher, and he actually didn't have any movement until he was at the hospital. So prayers to a speedy recovery for him. Maybe sometime this year he might get back out on that field. But just the fact that he's here, walking, moving, is perfectly all right with us. So,
yeah, it was good to see him tonight. The team really has rallied around him, and he got a standing ovation when he went out for the pregame coin toss. So that was really exciting to see tonight. So he will provide quite the inspiration, and actually Cam Thompson, the very talented wide receiver for the Spartans, will be wearing K1's number 14 tonight. So if you've been with us all year and you're wondering where Cam Thompson is and looking for that number 3, he's wearing the number 14 this evening of K1 Robinson. And we await the arrival of the teams. The Spartan student section, apparently it's Christmas in September, and I'm sure you'll get some shots of that later in the game. The kids dressed up in pajamas, Santa Claus suits. They even have a Christmas tree down at the front of the grandstands tonight. So Christmas in September here at Spartan Stadium.
A lot of different characters over there too.
And the Spartans are getting ready to come out onto the field. They wait for the signal, and here come the Spartans, 2-1 on the year. Game number 4 of the Seth Antrim era begins.
And Don, look for the Spartans to play some inspired football tonight, especially playing for their injured teammates. And as I mentioned earlier, it's Hall of Fame night. There's a lot of people coming back to the school, being honored at halftime. They want to put on a good show for them as well. So,
very, very true. Our officials this evening. Our referee is Jim D'Annunzio. Umpire is Mike Mignogna. Line judge Gerald Fordham. Head linesman Tom Carabin. And the back judge, Dante Colaluca, who I think I heard before is the youngest varsity high school football official in the state of Ohio.
Good for Dante. Dante's a great kid.
And now I think we're finally going to be ready for the national anthem and the ceremonies here, as we wait for the Tigers of Howland to come out onto the field.
Coca's Pizza, always supporting our community and our local athletes. Stop in on game day or score big and have it delivered right to your door. Check out our daily specials at cocaspizza.com. That's Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999.
We'll pause now in commemoration of the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
Reflecting on September 11th, with a member of the band staff who was in New York 20 years ago on that fateful day. We do this to help our students, none of whom were alive on that day, to understand the significance of that fateful day. We'd like to take a moment to honor all of the firefighters and police and first responders around the country, and especially here at Boardman, who give their all every day to keep their communities safe, including those present in the stadium this evening. And finally, we ask you to join us in a moment of silence for all of the lives lost 20 years ago tomorrow. Please rise and remove your hats for the playing and singing of our national anthem.
Very nice tribute by the Boardman Band, both teams, to the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks 20 years ago. Hard to believe, Donnie. None of these kids performing in the band or playing on the field tonight were alive back then, but hard to believe it's been 20 years.
It really is shocking. I mean, I remember this like it was yesterday. Just just knowing exactly where I was when I heard the news of the first plane hitting the tower, and then watching live the second plane is just something I'll never. It'll never be erased from my memory, and the fact that our teachers do a great job, making sure these kids understand the importance of never forgetting what happened that night or that day, that morning. Just the fact that the entire country rallied around one another for the good of the United States and, of humanity, basically. It's something I'll never, ever forget.
Absolutely agree 100%. If anybody out there, if you get the chance, a couple summers ago, my family was in New York City, and we had a chance to visit the 9/11 Memorial at the Twin Towers, and it was absolutely one of the most moving memorials you could ever imagine. It was just amazing. The only thing I really could compare it to is if you visited Arlington National Cemetery. Very
the peacefulness,
similar
the quietness.
feel, but very well done, and
Yeah.
I'd highly recommend it if you make a trip to the Big Apple.
Yeah, we fortunately were able to go to the memorial as well, and just to listen to how peaceful the water was falling down. It changed everybody, forever.
Sure.
And that's something we hope never happens again.
So we're just about ready to kick it off here in Boardman, Ohio tonight. Friday night football, week number 4. The Tigers will kick off to the Spartans. Kicking off for Howland this evening is number 12, Carter Mock. And deep to receive for the Spartans, Anthony Hightower and Cam Thompson. Number 1, Anthony Hightower, 14, Cam Thompson. Again, Thompson normally wears number 3, but he's wearing 14 this evening. Mock has it teed up at the 40-yard line, and we'll be underway here in just a minute. Squib kick on the ground. It'll be handled by number 17 for the Spartans. That's Phil Clark, a 5'6", 145-pound wide receiver. He's a sophomore. And the Spartans will take over 1st and 10 at the 25.
And Don, it's obvious Howland right out of the gate, they want to keep the ball out of the hands of the playmakers of the Spartans, and that little squib kick probably could have went out of bounds if Clark didn't touch it. Would have gave the Spartans a little bit better field position, but I don't think it's going to matter tonight. I think you're going to see a lot of the run attack that Boardman has. I mean, with O'Hora and Ortiz, Hightower can carry the ball well, but
Hightower in the shotgun. Fernando Ortiz and Sean O'Hora split him. He'll fake the handoff to O'Hora. He'll keep it himself. And the middle of that Howland defensive line stacks him up right at about the line of scrimmage. Maybe a short gain, half a yard or so. It'll be 2nd down and about 9.
And on that play right there, I mean, I don't mind the play call if you actually run the option the way that it's supposed to be run, but it's not designed to be up the middle like that on an option for sure. So Hightower, being new at quarterback, has a lot to learn in that regard.
He'll take the snap, hands it off to Fernando Ortiz, looking for some running room around the outside. He'll get about 4 yards as he's knocked out of bounds at the 29-yard line, bringing up a 3rd and 6 for the Spartans.
One thing you like to see there is Sean O'Hora all the way down on the safety with the block. Anything he can do for his teammates, he's going to do.
First 3rd down of the game. We'll see if Coach Antrim sends in a pass or keeps it on the ground. Spartans operating from the shotgun again. Hightower back to pass. He'll roll. He's looking deep towards Cam Thompson. Thompson adjusts to the ball, makes an incredible catch down at the 25-yard line of the Howland Tigers. Fantastic play.
That was an amazing catch, and just like I wanted to see Cam this time. Last week he had an unbelievable one-handed grab similar to this catch here, but he got himself a penalty by throwing the ball in the end zone. This time he did the smart thing, threw it to the referees, and the Spartans get to start on looked like a 35, 40-yard play there.
Thompson had the defender beat, but the ball a little bit underthrown. He adjusted to it in the air, made a fantastic catch. Give is to Ortiz up the middle for a short gain. Brought down by the middle of that Howland line.
And that's one huge positive for Cam Thompson. He has the size to go up against anybody. Underthrown, overthrown, doesn't matter. He's going to go try to make a play. And that's a huge advantage for Boardman.
56, Hunter Anderson on the stop for the Tigers. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Spartans. Again, just underway here at Spartan Stadium. 10 minutes and 18 seconds to play with the clock running in the first quarter. First drive of the game. Hightower take the shotgun snap. He'll keep it down the left side. It'll bring up a 3rd and 2 or 3, depending on where they mark it, inside the 20-yard line. So the Spartans into the red zone.
Folks watching at home, back at the YSN studios, it's audible call being in the red zone. Anytime either team makes it into the red zone, audible call will pick it up.
Boardman running exclusively out of the shotgun here in the first drive. Hightower flips it out to the outside to number 12. That's Andre Freeman, junior wide receiver. And he will be brought short of the line to gain. Lost a yard, in fact. It'll be 4th and 4. And decision time for Coach Armstrong.
Some interesting play calling so far for the Spartans. I mean, you like that nice deep long ball that connected, but other than that, they really haven't been able to move the chains much.
And this will bring on number 80, Cole Conkson, to attempt his first field goal attempt of the year. It'll be a 35-yarder, hash mark, far side. Hightower puts it down. Conkson puts it up, and the kick is good. So with 8 minutes and 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter, Cole Conkson hits his first field goal of the year, 35 yards. And so the score is Boardman 3, Howland nothing. And you know Donnie Cole Conkson, I watched him play soccer last evening at Akron North High School. He scored 4 goals. He leads the Spartan soccer team in goals on the season. He scored 4 last night.
Amazing.
6 plays, 57 yards. That drive by the Spartans, 6 plays, 57 yards. It took just 3 minutes and 23 seconds for the Cole Conkson 35-yard field goal.
It's good to see the Spartans get some points on the board in the first drive. Interesting, though, Howland must be keying in a lot on Sean O'Horo. He didn't even touch the ball once in that series, so look for him to get the ball a steady dose, hopefully, in that second series.
Okay, so nice drive by the Spartans. Stalled down once it got inside the red zone, but able to convert. And I'll tell you, one luxury that Coach Antrim has is 2 fantastic kickers.
Unbelievable.
In Cole Conkson and Carson Essett, both outstanding soccer players, too. But they handle the kicking, place kicking, the field goal duties, the punting duties. And so our Spartan kickers are 1 for 1, both of them with field goals so far this season.
Yeah, they're 2 really talented players. I mean, to be able to do both sports and pull it off as well as they do. I mean, when Carson's punting the ball, it's unbelievable how far he can boot that ball. So it's a huge attribute for the Boardman Spartans.
So Cole Conkson will line it up at the 40, get ready to kick it to the Howland Tigers. Deep for the Tigers are number 4. That is Sam Vacha, and 5, Michael Vacha. Both juniors, and I'm going to guess twins back there. Picked up by number 23, one of the up-backs.
Looks like a penalty on the play. Looks like a nice big block in the back.
So that was Arison Wade. He's a 5'8", 165-pound sophomore. Penalty flags, and usually on these, that means a block in the back, and it's going to be coming back for the Tigers. So right now the ball's spotted at about the 20-yard line, but they're going to start deep in their territory after the penalty. So our first look at the Howland offense, Number 7, Luka Masucci, a senior, 5'11", 185-pound quarterback. And then they like to give the ball to Matthew Woomer, the senior running back, 5'8", 170 pounds, number 22.
And again, if Howland can't establish the run, it's going to be a long night for them. Boardman's going to definitely be able to control the line of scrimmage with that big defensive line.
Give was the number 6. Matthew Woomer with the carry. No gain. 2nd down and 10. Luka Masucci with the carry again for Howland. Short gain. Looks like at quarterback for Howland this evening is John Perry, the sophomore, 6'4", 180 pounds. So a little different than what we got pregame.
Yeah.
3rd down and 9 for the Tigers.
This is a tough situation for Howland. You're 3rd and 9 on your own 10-yard line. I mean, I don't know if you want to take a chance throwing the ball, if you just want to run it, try to get some flip the field a little bit, but looks like they're going to go for a pass.
Perry will look to throw, rolls out to the right. Downfield, caught right at the marker. We'll see where they spot it. That was number 12, Carter Mock. And it's good enough for a Howland Tiger first down, so they move the chains there.
Mock did a nice job keeping his foot in bounds, making that catch.
Single back behind Perry. The give will be to Woomer, and he will be brought down right at the line of scrimmage by the center of that Boardman defensive line. That defensive line consists of Fernando Ortiz at end, Kyle Barnett at tackle, nose guard is Cam Atwood, the other end is Isaiah Torres, Spartan linebackers Jared Mahood and Ashton LaBelle, the defensive backs Sean O'Hora, Andre Freeman, Phil Clark, Stephen Conti, and Anthony Hightower. Second down and 10 for the Tigers. Perry will keep it. He'll get some yardage and be knocked out of bounds up near the 35-yard line, but he'll have enough for the first down. So 2 first downs right off the bat here by Howland as they move the ball.
That was a nice seal block on the end by number 8 junior Alex Vaca for Howland that was able to spring him loose for that extra yardage. If one thing you noticed last week against Jackson, Boardman had a tough time establishing the edge. They need to do that tonight, or they could be in for a long night as well. You have number 17, Phil Clark, filling in for the injured K'Wan Robinson. So, Howland could very well pick on him tonight.
Perry will give it to Woomer up the middle, and nothing doing there. The Spartan linebackers converge. That's Ashton LaBelle and Jared Mahood converge on Woomer again for a very, very short game. So the Spartans are doing great on first and second down, and then the Tigers are converting the third downs here. But they're definitely doing what they need to do up the middle.
Be nice right now if Boardman can get a nice negative play on second down and obviously force Howland into a passing situation.
5 minutes, 20 seconds. Clock is running here in the first quarter. This is Howland's first drive of the game. Perry brings Alex
Fumble on the
Vaca
play.
in motion. Fumble on the plane. It looks like Howland is on top of it, so it'll bring up another long third down for the Tigers. They definitely don't want to stay in these situations all day long.
Absolutely. And if you're Boardman right now, you don't want to play too soft in coverage. It looks like they, the last first down they got, on the pass play, they played a little bit softer coverage, and Howland knew where the sticks were. They went right to the six and made that first down.
Okay, 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers. See if they can convert their third down of the drive. Single back beside Perry. He'll drop straight back under pressure. He'll throw it underneath.
That's exactly what you need.
Number 86 is the receiver for the Tigers. That is Gabe Badia, a senior tight end, but he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down for the Tigers. Back to punt for the Tigers, Gage Gibson. He's a 6'3", 260-pound lineman. Senior, does the punting duties. And deep to receive for the Spartans, number 14, Cam Thompson.
And if you're Boardman, you just want to make sure you don't do any holding or blocks in the back. You want to have a nice, clean return.
Tries to angle it away from Thompson, and it will go out of bounds. Well, it's going to get quite the Howland roll. Finally goes out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. That looked like it was going to go out of bounds up near the 30, and it stayed in bounds.
You never know what you're going to get with those end-over-end punts like that, and it really did look like it was angled out for the out of bounds, and it came right back in and rolled right down the sideline. So kudos to Howland for having an excellent punt. I don't think they planned it like that, but it worked out.
We'll be back after this from one of our sponsors.
I've been in sales for 13 years. A few of my friends were in the car business and did really well, so they said, hey, man, I think you should come over here and sell cars. There's so many different people that cross your desk that have been through so many different things, and it's my job to make the whole experience very easy for you. It's really finding the wants and needs, and it's my job to get, your payment to where you need it to be, affordable for you. I'm Paul Kello. I'm here to go the extra mile for you.
First and 10 Spartans, drive number 2. It starts from the 16-yard line. And we've got a timeout called. Coach is out on the field right now, not happy after a change of possession timeout that they've got to immediately use a timeout. We saw some of that in game number 1.
Right. But one thing you noticed you see number 4 out there, Terrence Thomas. It looks like Anthony Hightower has a little bit of a leg issue right now. So I don't know if they were planning on having Thomas out there that soon, but with Hightower going down, he's in on the second series. So expect some electric things to happen if he can get out in the open.
Let's see where Thomas lines up. They've used him at quarterback, at wide receiver, at running back, but he's behind the center right now.
Hightower looks like he's in a lot of pain on the sideline, so hopefully it's just a mild sprain.
So Terrence Thomas, the senior Purdue commit, getting his first action of the 2021 season, takes the snap. He'll carry it himself around the right side and up to the 25-yard line. Gain of 9 by Terrence Thomas with the quarterback keeper. Womer on the tackle for Howland. Lots of running room there for Terrence Thomas.
Yeah, he definitely showed some flash right there.
He'll give the ball to Sean O'Hora. Sean O'Hora will plow ahead up to the 33-yard line, and he'll have a Boardman Spartan first down. O'Hora, the leading rusher this season for the Spartans. Coming into the game, he had 58 carries for 341 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He's definitely their workhorse.
Spread formation. And that play didn't fool anybody, especially number 77, Simon Merkel from the Tigers. He'll tackle Sean O'Hora for a loss of 5, bring it up 2nd and 15.
Looks like there may have been a missed assignment on the line there. He got in there pretty quick.
Thomas reads the defense, And he'll be brought down for a very short gain down on the left side by a number of Howland tacklers, bringing up a very long third down. 3rd and about 14 for Boardman.
Looks like an obvious passing situation. And if that's the case, this will be Terrence's first attempt, obviously, passing in a game. So you don't know how amped up he could be, but number 14's out on the one side all by himself, so you got to love the single coverage.
3 wideouts to the right. Cam Thompson up at the top of the screen to the left. O'Hora in the backfield with Thomas. Thomas back to throw. He'll dump it over the middle to Sean O'Hora with a lot of running room. Flag is down behind the play. Right now, O'Hora is up to the 48-yard line before finally being knocked down. We've got a flag behind it, and I think this one's going to come back.
Looks like an eligible receiver downfield, an eligible man downfield for Boardman. Great play call on that, for sure. I mean, you don't want Terrence to take too many risks in the air, so getting the ball dumped off to Sean.
Really set that play up nicely,
Yeah.
that screen pass to O'Hora over the middle. And it is indeed coming back. We're going to wait for the signal. It is indeed an eligible receiver downfield.
Yeah, that's a tough penalty when you're a lineman, and you're running a screenplay. You want to get out there and block as quick as possible.
Sure.
And, you don't know how long you're holding for. So, just to release downfield a little bit too early is a tough break for the Spartans, considering they're going to be 3rd and 19 now.
And I think the difference in that play, Thomas dropped back, sprinted out just a little bit, and that was just enough time that the Spartan linemen were too far down the field. So it brings up 3rd down and about 19.
Just under a minute to go in the first quarter.
So I'm not sure how many plays they have in the playbook for 3rd and 19, but we'll see. And confusion, and now Terrence Thomas signals for a timeout. So Spartans burned both of their timeouts on this drive.
It's tough to burn a timeout on the 3rd and 19. Sometimes you might want to just let that go and take your lumps.
Yeah, absolutely true. You may need that later in the half. But we've got a new quarterback in, and as much experience as Terrence Thomas has, he hasn't seen live game action since last year.
Right, and the likelihood of converting a 3rd and 19 is not too often. So
I've been in sales for 13 years.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists, located on South Avenue in Boardman.
So we're back. 38 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. 3rd and 19 for the Spartans from their own 18-yard line. Terrence Thomas straight back. He'll flip it across the middle to Cam Thompson with plenty of running room, and nobody is going to catch Cam Thompson. He looks back, and he will score. A 72-yard touchdown pass, Terrence Thomas to Cam Thompson.
Unbelievable play for the Spartans, and coming right back down to a screenplay. You knew they had some good blocking on the inside on that last screenplay to O'Hora, so why not do it again?
Well, Donnie, I guess they did have a 3rd and 19 play.
They didn't have a 3rd and 19 play. They had a 3rd and 82 play.
Yeah, 82 yards. I did the math wrong. Absolutely. 9-0 Spartans awaiting on the extra point by Cole Conkson out of the hold of Fernando Ortiz. Conkson 2 of 2 on extra points so far this year. Looking to stay perfect. Ortiz puts it down. Conkson boots it up, and it's good. So with 22 seconds remaining in the first period, the score, Boardman 10, Howland nothing.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 service, so you're never left in the dark.
We're back at Spartan Stadium where the score is Boardman 10, Howland nothing here in the first quarter. 22 seconds remain. That last drive by the Spartans, 5 plays, 84 yards, capped off by an 82-yard Terrence Thomas to Cam Thompson touchdown pass. Cole Conkson with the run-up and the kick. Gets it to one of the up men. That's 23 again with some running room along the Spartan sideline, and he'll be knocked out of bounds right at about the 40-yard line. That is 23, Arison Waite, the returner for Howland.
Looks like both teams are respecting the skill positions of each unit by kicking the ball short. Sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't. This time it worked out pretty well for Howland, starting out at the 41-yard line with 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. This should be the last play.
So drive number 2 here for the Tigers. They'll start with a lot better field position than they started with the first time, out at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10. John Perry, the quarterback. He's a sophomore, big kid, 6'4".
Yeah, he's a big boy out there. I don't know if it's the white uniform or what, but he's looking the part.
And a penalty flag on the play. Howland coach is not excited about what they saw in that lineup on the sideline, signaling in. Oh, offsides on Boardman. Encroachment.
A little quick jump by the defensive end there. Once he crosses the line and touches a player, that the ball is marked dead. So
looked like a little bit of confusion with the Howland offense there. At least the coach on the far sideline frantically gesturing at the quarterback. So not sure what that was. It'll be 1st and 5 for Howland up at the 46. Give is to Masucci, number 7. He will go around the right side, and he'll have the first down before being tackled by Phil Clark.
Nice little run by Masucci, picked up about 10 yards on the play. And they got to watch. I've noticed the last couple of times, when he gets the ball handed off to him, he holds that ball out there in front instead of tucking it and running. And, you're trying to run through the line that way. You're looking for fumbles all night if you're Boardman.
And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with a score from Spartan Stadium. Boardman 10, Howland nothing.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
And we're back to start the second quarter here at Spartan Stadium. Again, you're watching live high school football on YSN. Our production done by BSTN, the Boardman Schools Television Network, and their instructor, Joe Hullabaugh. Perry will take the snap, gives it to Woomer. Not much running room. The center of that Spartan defensive line was right on top of that one. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Ashton LaBelle with the tackle for the Spartans.
That interior defensive line for Boardman has really stepped it up this year. I mean, that defense is much improved over the last several years. I think they got some personnel in the right spots.
Perry will look to throw. Short pass. And that was number 24 on the reception, Ethan Snyder, a 5'9" senior. He'll get it down inside the 40-yard line and bring up a very manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 3 for Howland.
And Don, Howland's style of play on offense it's very nostalgic. The quarterback goes through like it's from the 50s. I mean, he makes this major head fake and then turns around and hands the ball off, or just something you don't see in today's game. But they're pulling it off right now on this drive.
Well, I wasn't around in the 50s, Donnie, like you, so I'll trust that you know what you're talking about.
I've seen some film.
3rd and 3 for the Tigers. Give is to Woomer up the middle. Lots of room that time. He'll be down inside the 30 and have easily enough for the 1st down for Howland. So moves the chains again.
It's a nice kick-out block by number 58 for Howland to spring him loose.
That was Gage Gibson, 58, the 6'3", 260-pound senior lineman, and also handles the punting duties for Howland.
260 can definitely move some meat around, that's for sure.
Okay, so it's 1st and 10 Howland inside the 30. They're at the 28-yard line of Boardman. Early here in the 2nd quarter. And we'll have a false start. That was number 24, Ethan Snyder.
Looks like he was trying to telestrate the play a little bit. Just got a little antsy and jumped off sides.
So that'll back him up 5 yards, bring up 1st and 15. Could hear the Howland coaches in the box next to us groan as soon as they saw that movement. Legal procedure against the Tigers. 1st and 15 for the Tigers. Give is to Luca Masucci. Lots of running room. Makes a nice cut, and he'll be very close to the 1st down. I think he's going to be just short down at about the 20-yard line.
2 big plays for Howland so far is getting that edge. They saw something probably in last week's film that Jackson was able to do to Boardman, and they're trying to do it tonight. Another big play, 8 yards. Austin Tom Fitch and Ursuline, big game this week as well, and Ursuline's already up on top 14-7, so that appears to be going to be a shootout tonight.
2nd down and a short 3. Perry will give the ball to Masucci again with a lot of running room down inside the 10-yard line, and Masucci into the end zone. Flag goes up after the play, but Masucci with a 21-yard touchdown run on the right side gets Howland right back into this ball game.
Another run on the edge. If Boardman can't find that edge on defense, it's going to be a long night.
Referee coming over to confer with Boardman coach Seth Antrim, so not sure what that flag will be. We'll see when they signal it.
It may be offsetting. Looks like he's running over to the Howland coach as well.
He'll go explain that to Coach Steve Boyle on the other side. And let's see, he's going to tell us what's going on here now. Unsportsmanlike conduct against number 35 from the Spartans. That's Andrew Swanson. That penalty enforced on the kickoff.
Don, we talk a lot about penalties. Just you gotta keep your focus and stop at the end of every play and don't do anything stupid at the end, and because that could cost you the ball game easily.
I just want to make note of the fact that Ashley Makias, a senior female, just made the extra point for Howland. So Boardman 10, Howland 7 here early in the second quarter.
If I'm not mistaken, Don, the first week of the season, Howland versus Niles, it was a 6-0 game, and she made all 6 points for the entire game. So that may have been the first time ever in the history of Ohio high school football that a female scored all points for both teams.
I would venture to say that if it wasn't, it's a very short list.
Yes.
So she makes the extra point. It's 10-7 Boardman. 9 minutes, 48 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. So Boardman gives up that long drive to the Tigers, and they gashed Boardman for some long runs.
All on the ground for Howland too, and I said it earlier. If they can establish the run, it could be a long night. But it doesn't look like Boardman's offense is going to slow down all that much either, especially when you're converting 3rd and 19s. I'm going to venture to guess, Don, it's going to be another squib kick for Howland to keep the ball away from the playmakers. So, what do you think?
I think you're on to something, Donnie. We've got Braden Joseph Robinson, number 2 deep, along with Cam Thompson on the other side. So 2 very speedy and talented skill position players for Boardman are deep. And I would think that the Tigers are going to keep it away from them. Lining up for the kickoff is number 12, Carter Mock. And, of course, he'll kick it from Boardman's 45-yard line due to the 15-yard penalty on the scoring play. And he will kick it away from Cam Thompson, but out of bounds. So not what they wanted to do, not the way that one was drawn up.
You're talking a 10-yard net for Howland. So this time the penalty wasn't too severe for Boardman, but you got to watch that. You got to stay disciplined and just play the game to the whistle. Act like you've been there before.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Spartans at the 35-yard line. Their 3rd drive of the game. And Terrence Thomas is back onto the field for Boardman. O'Hora in the backfield with Thomas. Thomas will keep it himself. He'll try to spin out of a tackle for a short gain on the other side.
Looked like there were some good blocks for Boardman, but Howland was able to hold steady.
2nd down and 9 for the Spartans. Hightower started the game at quarterback, and he's standing next to Coach Antrim on the sidelines, but Terrence Thomas in there right now. Give is to Sean O'Hora. O'Hora looking for some running room, tries the stiff arm, and he'll be knocked out of bounds by number 7, Luca Masucci, after a gain of about 3 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 7 for Boardman.
Yeah, you could do one of two things here. If you're Boardman, you could probably go back to that screenplay if you want, or if you want to go with a run-pass option. 3rd and 7.
Thomas will roll to his right, looks to throw, and he gets it out to Anthony Hightower. Hightower bobbles the ball. I don't think even if he hung on to that, he was going to go anywhere anyway. The Howland defense was right on top of that play. It'll bring up 4th and 7 in a punting situation for Boardman.
Yeah, not too good of a drive there for Boardman. Didn't seem to be in sync offensively with the plays. So hopefully they can hold steady on this drive and get the ball back.
We're going to see Carson Essed for the first time tonight, the talented goalkeeper for the undefeated Boardman soccer team, handling the punting duties this evening.
And Don, Anthony Hightower took a very long time coming off that field, so I don't think he's anywhere near to 100%. Very awesome punt, though.
Spiral punt by Essed. He'll send Woomer back to the 20 where he fair catches it at the 21-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Howland from their own 22. 10-7 Boardman, 8 minutes, 44 seconds left to play in the second quarter.
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with huge savings on over 350 fully inspected vehicles. We have cars, SUVs, minivans, and work vehicles. If we don't have it, our team will find it. We aim for 100% credit approval with payments as low as $99 per month. And as always, $1 for your trade. For a great vehicle and a great experience, come see why everyone is stopping by at Acura Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi.
Okay, this drive gets underway for the Tigers at the 23-yard line. And another good run by Howland. That was Luca Masucci up to the 30. Good gain on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
And Don, Howland's not going to stop attacking that edge. Boardman's got to figure something out here quick, or it's going to be another long drive for Howland.
Howland exclusively running out of the shotgun. Give is to Wormer, and he will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Great open field tackle.
That was Sean O'Hora.
Great open field tackle by Sean O'Hora. Met him right at the line of scrimmage and wrapped up right away.
Here's where the Boardman defense needs to tighten up now. 3rd and 3. See if they can get off the field here.
If you're Boardman, you got to protect that edge. You got to hope for a negative play. Something tells me they're going to go by the side of Masucci, number 7.
Give us to Wormer straight up the middle. Plenty of running room there. And he'll easily have the first down up to the 41-yard line. Andre Freeman with the tackle for Boardman, but not before Wormer had the first down. And Boardman has not found an answer for this Howland running game so far tonight.
Howland perennially can run the football, but you would hope that...
Give is to Masucci. Stacked up by the center of the Boardman defense. Ashton LaBelle right there at the point of attack.
Yeah, you'd hope Boardman would figure something out. I mean, they're obviously not going to put the ball in the air if they don't have to.
2nd down and 10 for Howland. Coming up at the halfway point of the second quarter. Perry will drop straight back. He'll look to throw deep across the middle. His big tight end, number 58, is open. That's Gage Gibson, and he'll be down to the Boardman 31-yard line.
It's a big boy for a tight end, 6'6". Got some inside position on the cornerback, and again, if you're Boardman, you can't play soft on the outside. You have to play up on them, or they're gonna chew you up all day.
So 1st and 10 Howland, 34-yard line of Boardman. Give is to Wormer. He'll have some room in the middle before being stacked up down at the 30-yard line. Gain of about 3. Encroachment against the Boardman defensive line. That'll move it 5 yards closer to the end zone for Howland.
Got to stay disciplined if you're Boardman. You can't let silly mistakes like that keep a drive alive.
And bring up a 2nd down and 3. So the entire playbook open for the Howland offensive staff now. Give is to Masucci. He'll get down right near the 20-yard line and have enough for the 1st down. Sean O'Hora and Stephen Conti on the tackle for Boardman. So just like that, 8 yards by Luca Masucci, 1st down, and the Tigers are knocking on the door of the audible red zone. Give is to Masucci again, running room inside. Pounds it inside the 15, finally knocked down at the 13-yard line. Sean O'Hora on the tackle for Boardman.
Boardman just does not have an answer right now for their running attack.
It may be a cliche, but they are literally gashing the Spartans on the ground.
They really are. They really are, and they're a nice little mix-up of plays, too. I mean, they look similar, but they're not.
2nd and 2. Wormer the carry. He'll get down near the 10-yard line and have enough for a Howland 1st down.
Looks like it's going to be 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal just inside the 10-yard line for Howland. This drive exclusively on the ground except for the long pass to the tight end. Give is to Wormer. He stacked up in the backfield, bounces away, and then brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
There was a nice little stick in the backfield. He got loose, but pursuit was still there, so good play for the Spartans.
2nd and goal from the 9 for Howland. Clock moves under 3 minutes to play here in the 2nd quarter.
Don, I remember 2 years ago when Howland was here, they had an excellent running back, and they were able to run all over Boardman that time too. So they've been able to have a solid run game against Boardman. They have that figured out.
Perry will roll to the right, throws it into the end zone, and out of bounds for his intended receiver. Incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 10.
I'm shocked. I'm kind of shocked at that play call. You would have thought they would have went with another run, maybe on the edge, and try to pick up 4, 5, 6 yards, give themselves a better position to score. But now it looks like it's going to be an obvious pass play again.
Yeah, they've really mixed up the running game here between Wormer and Masucci. Kind of quite the 1-2 punch for Howland. So 3rd and goal from just inside the 10-yard line for the Tigers. He'll put wideouts left and right. Wormer behind Perry. Give is to Wormer. He's got plenty of run. And they motioned out the Spartan defense and not even touched going into the end zone.
You could have drove a bus through that. There was nobody there. There was complete absence there.
9-yard touchdown run by Wormer, and it is now 13-10, Howland over Boardman. Ashley Mackius on to attempt the extra point. Out of the hold of Wormer, kick is up, and the kick is good. So, with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to play here in the first half from Spartan Stadium, the score Howland 14, Boardman 10.
storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Notice we'll have scattered showers on Thursday.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Working with your family can be stressful at times. But because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
We're back at Spartan Stadium here in Boardman, where the Howland Tigers have just scored a touchdown to go up 14-10 on Boardman. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left to play here in the first half. They'll squib it, but now Cam Thompson will get a chance to return it. Makes a man miss.
Nice big stiff arm. Great block. That's not a block in the back. No. Oh, man.
I'd have to agree with you, Donnie. I know I'm for Boardman right here, but the official right there looking at it, that was not in the back. That was.
He had the helmet in front. You'll see on the replay here, folks.
Let's take a look at that if they show it to us.
Great stiff arm by Cam Thompson. Yeah, helmet's in front. Helmet's in front. That's not a block in the back. I'm sorry.
So that penalty marker will negate the fine return of Cam Thompson, and the Spartans will be pushed back for the block in the back that Mr. Riccatelli thinks was a block in the front.
It most certainly was. When you get the helmet in front, that's not. But bang bang. If you're official and you see it live like that, it's it's a judgment call.
So it'll be 1st and 10. Boardman at the 15-yard line. So I think the goal of this drive is let's get our playmakers in space and try to answer the Howland touchdown.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 10 seconds, plenty of time if you're Boardman. You only have the one timeout there because you had to burn 2 of them in the first quarter. Great big play up the gut from Sean O'Hara. Folks, this kid has to touch the ball way more than he does.
Sam Vaca with the touchdown-saving tackle on Sean O'Hara up at the 45-yard line, 30-yard gain, 42. So we'll give him 28 on that one. 28-yard gain for the Spartans. First down.
Great run up the gut.
Clock runs under 2 minutes in the first half. O'Hara again up the middle. He'll be stopped up after a short gain, 3 or 4. And this is where not having those timeouts is going to come into factor. Boardman with just one timeout left.
Right, especially when you want to run the ball. You got to make sure that you're up to the line of scrimmage ready to go. Oh, he's offside. Jeez, he was almost in the backfield.
And the flags go up. So that'll be another 5 yards.
He was wandering. I think he got a little lost there on that last play there.
Well, Phil Clark went in motion for Boardman, so I don't know if that was the key that the Howland defender was looking for or not, but he ended up in the Boardman backfield. So it's 2nd down and 1. Terrence Thomas straight back. Thomas, deep pass across the middle for Cam Thompson, and he hauls it in inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Boardman at about the 8.
Another unbelievable catch for Cam Thompson, and if he stays on his feet, he might be able to march right into the end zone on that play. But with 1:15 to go, you want to make sure that your clock management is correct. By the way, I had a viewer call in and said that's a peel back block, so that's definitely illegal. So it's not necessarily a clip in the back or a block in the back.
Give us to Fernando Ortiz, and he's going to power his way into the end zone for Boardman, and a touchdown.
Actually, that's Sean O'Horo for the touchdown there, Don.
That was O'Horo?
Yeah,
okay.
those numbers are bunched up a little bit
5
from up
and
here.
6 look the same. So that was Sean O'Horo with his 3rd touchdown of the season, 8 yards. And so the Spartans certainly do answer after Howland took the lead at about the 2-minute mark of the first half.
Yeah.
Cole Conkson for the extra point attempt. Conkson's kick is up, and his kick is good. So, with 56 seconds left to play here in the first half, the score is Boardman 17, Howland 14.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
So we're back after that Boardman answering touchdown drive of 85 yards, capped off by a Sean O'Hora 9-yard touchdown run. The score is Boardman 17, Howland 14. 56 seconds left to play here in the first half in what's been a very entertaining ball game.
And, Don, it was good to see that drive started and ended with Sean O'Hara. I mean, the kid's a workhorse. You got to get the ball in the workhorse his hands. And, Cam Thompson making an unbelievable catch, on a basically a toss-up ball by Terrence. And, you got to expect Cam to come down with those, 90% of the time. He can out-jump anybody. He's much more physical than anybody guarding him. So, when you have a weapon like that on the outside that can get down the field as fast as he can, you got to take those chances, and you got to take those chances more. And when you're running the ball, number 6 has to touch the ball. And Terrence is going to break something off. He's electric as it is, but number 6 sets that up for number 4. So hopefully, if you're Boardman in the second half, you can kind of figure that out a little bit.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Howland at the 27-yard line. Harrison Wyatt with the return for the Tigers. 51 seconds on the clock. We'll see what the Tigers will do here. Give his to Masucci, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay, and that was number 5,
that
Fernando
was Fernando
Ortiz.
And I was about to say it was 6 Sean O'Hora, who was right there too, but it was Ortiz.
I could tell Ortiz is wearing the pink gloves, and O'Horo's wearing white gloves. So we'll be able to differentiate, maybe.
Okay, we're going to try
by the end of the night. Who knows? At halftime they might switch.
And it looks like Howland in no hurry to run another play here as the clock runs under 20 seconds.
But you got to feel good if you're Howland right now. You were able to move the ball up and down the field on Boardman's defense. So, positive message should be at halftime from everybody, and look to do similar things in the second half.
Absolutely agree. Howland's largest scoring total of the year thus far was 14 against Poland last week, so they equaled that in the first half against Boardman. So a very exciting first half, 17-14 Boardman. We'll turn it over to the public address, and you'll hear both of these marching bands, both Howland and Boardman, and then we'll have the Boardman Hall of Fame presentation after the marching bands. It's 17-14 Boardman, halftime. You're watching live local high school football here on YSN.
evening, everyone. The Howland Local School District is proud to present the musical Pride of Howland, the Howland Tiger Marching Band. The 162-member Tiger Band is under the direction of Greg Resbeck, Sean Reynolds, and Sarah Penny. Drum majors Abigail Deemer, Ian Lewis, and Nikki Boudet. Choreography by Christy Wetson, Such, and Brittany Horsley. Percussion instruction by Landon Glynn. The voice of the Tiger Band is Matthew and Such. Tonight we share selections from our show by the numbers. We open with Tommy Two Tone's homage to the world's most famous fictitious phone number. With our featured twirlers, you can sing and dance along with us to 867-5309-JENNY. You will definitely know the first 7 notes that open our next chart, but we expand on them a little bit and give our drumline a chance to fill in the gaps while highlighting the twirling talents of drum major Nikki Boudet. Without any further explanation, this is the White Stripes, 7 Nation Army. to create and share lists, even for things that we can't really put a number on. The 100 most influential people, 25 cooking hacks for the kitchen, 15 best movies, or how about our 8 talented tigerettes? Blink-182 spawned along, must have read the list of top 10 tips for better relationships when he wrote this next chart about his partner standing by his side, doing all the small things. The musical pride of Howland, the Howland Tiger Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime enjoyment, the Boardman Local Schools proudly present the Boardman Spartan Marching Band. The meme lovers in the crowd will recognize this next song from a video with a flying lawnmower. The younger ones in the audience might not even know that it comes from a 1991 mega hit by Mariah Carey, featuring the Spartan Silks, sweethearts, and dance partners and vocalist Miranda Russell. Here is Emotions. The Boardman Spartan Marching Band. We'd like to thank the North Lima Dairy Queen for providing refreshments for our band this evening. It's still a couple of weeks away, but Band and Orchestra Tag Day is Saturday, September 25th. Band and Orchestra students will be going door to door in Boardman neighborhoods collecting donations to support our programs. We thank you in advance for your support. Have a wonderful evening and go Spartans!
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to midfield for the recognition of the inductees to the 2021 Boardman Booster Hall of Fame. Please welcome Stephanie Berry, tennis, class of 2003. Joe Campisi, soccer, class of 2004. Josh Cola, basketball, class of 2001. Jacqueline Corrado Finnemore, softball and volleyball, class of 2004. Jason Lasivita, football, class of 1993. Jessica Moore, basketball and track, class of 2005. Jerry Pasquale, contributor. Gina Peretti, tennis, class of 2003. Jay Upthegrove, football, class of 2002. Unable to attend this evening is Jennifer Ferret, being inducted for softball and volleyball from the class of 2003. We will also be recognizing the 2010 girls bowling team, which was the 2010 state champions. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Boardman Booster Hall of Fame.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the marching bands from both of these schools, Howland and Boardman, and then the Boardman Hall of Fame ceremonies for the inductees into the Boardman Athletic Hall of Fame. Some scores from around the area. Beaver Local leads East Liverpool 21-0 at the half. Wellsville and Columbiana tied 0-0 at halftime. South Range over Struthers 35-6 at the half. McDonald 7, Mineral Ridge 0 at halftime. Girard 28, Jefferson 20. That game also at halftime. Liberty trails Rootstown 17-7 at the half. Canfield leading the Quakers of New Philadelphia 21-0 at halftime. Poland 23, Hubbard 6. That game also at the halftime. In the second quarter, Crestview 27, Camel 0. Niles on top of Lakeview 14-0. And Ursuline leads Austintown Fitch 28-17 in the second quarter. Okay. Okay, we understand we might be having a bit of a sound problem, so we do apologize for that if that's happening. Again, the production is done by BSTN, the Boardman Schools Television Network, and Joe Hullabaugh. Is the instructor.
Now is the time to think about your future, where you want to go, what you want to be. Your future can start now at Kent State Salem or Kent State East Liverpool. We have programs that will open doors and provide opportunities for you to pursue your passion. We are affordable, we are close. You call it hometown, we call it Kent State University. Learn more at www.kent.edu/Columbiana. You belong here.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Just about ready to get underway in the second half here from Spartan Stadium. The Boardman Spartans with a long touchdown drive to end the first half. The Tigers of Howland 17-14. Just want to pick up where I was at before. We're glad to have you with us here on YSN, your sports network. DJ Yokley in the fields, Brian spinning the dials back in the control center. But the production here at Boardman High School, you'll notice we have many camera angles around the stadium, and that is done by the students and staff of BSTN, the Boardman Schools Television Network, teacher Joe Hollabaugh. And I just want to recognize those students who do a fantastic job working the controls, working the cameras, and provide all of the action here from Spartan Stadium. We've got Jordan Bond, Richard Booth, Lucas Peters, Nico DePino, Ethan Boots, Carter Kaler, Taz DeCow, Antonio Jacobson, and Dante Julius. So those students from Boardman High School in the fantastic BSTN television production program, they're bringing you all the pictures and video that you're seeing tonight. Boardman will kick off. That's Cole Thompson. End over end kick. One of the up men gets it from Howland, and he fumbles the football. Ball is loose. Big pile up. I think Howland got back on top of it, but we'll have to see. Yes,
yeah, it looks like number 28.
28 came out of the pile with the ball. That is Marco Succi, junior, 5'10", 186 pounds.
I'm sure his heart was pumping a little bit extra there when that ball bounced off his chest.
So it'll be 1st and 10, Howland at the 31-yard line to start the second half. A very entertaining ball game.
Yeah, Howland did a good job moving the ball. I mean, Boardman was able to answer in the last drive of the second quarter before halftime. You know, that was a much-needed statement touchdown led by Sean O'Horrell's big run and Cam Thompson's even bigger catch.
Proving that I need to put my glasses on, they'll start from the 26. First play was on the ground. They found great success, especially in the second quarter. That was Luca Masucci who stopped up for a loss of about one. It'll be second down and 11 for the Tigers. Some stats from the first half. Howland had 9 first downs to Boardman's 5. Spartans rushed the ball 12 times for 58 yards. Tigers 21 times for 99 yards. Give the ball to Boardman. Bouncing around in the backfield before being brought down by number 14.
Looks like he was able to keep his balance and stay up, but a gang of Spartans were able to jump in and help Thompson out.
Looking down for the number confused about who 14 is. Again, 14 is typically Kayron Robinson, but it's Cam Thompson.
One note to mention that Sean O'Horrell went to number 10 in the second half. I guess he ripped his number 6. Although it does look like number 6 is out there. So it's hard to tell. That's number 8. That's Ashton LaBelle, number 8. So Sean O'Horrell is number 10. Number 10 in the second half because of a ripped jersey.
Oh, okay. Just want to make it more difficult. But you know what? It'll be easier to distinguish the 10
Absolutely, yeah.
from the 6 and the 5. Perry back to throw, scrambles around under some pressure, flags go down.
We're going to get a holding call.
So this is probably coming back from
Looks like we're going to get another holding call.
Perry finally knocked out of bounds up at the 36-yard line. Multiple flags down on the play. More than likely, back in the backfield. It's very scrambling. Just to continue on in those stats, the Boardman passing game in the first half was 4 of 5 for 169 yards. Terrence Thomas, 2 of 3 for 102. Anthony Hightower started the game 2 of 2 for 47. Perry for Howland, 4 of 5 for 45 yards. No interceptions. So Boardman outpaced Howland in terms of total yardage, 227 to 144. Each team punted once. There were no turnovers
That'll set up third down and 28 for the Tigers. It's third down.
Third down, Howland. 22-yard line.
So he picked up about 10 of those yards. And it's still concerning. I mean, obviously, Boardman started off a lot better this half against the run, but that edge still seems to be wide open for Howland to take advantage of. So hopefully they can disguise some things in the second half, because they've been able to do whatever they want on the edge.
Punt formation for the Tigers. Gage Gibson, number 58, back to punt for the Tigers. Cam Thompson, standing at about the 40-yard line, will receive this punt, and he will stay away from it. Bounces in front of him, goes out of bounds. Boardman will start in excellent field position to start the second half, out just over the 40-yard line.
Gibson's punt travels 38 yards before going out of bounds. Spartan will take over first and 10. The ball's on their own 40-yard line.
We'll have to see now if Boardman can put a decent drive together and get on the board to make it a two-score game.
I understand we may be having some audio problems, so we're fooling around with the settings, so hopefully it's not too distracting. Terrence Thomas at quarterback for the Spartans. He'll take it. Gives immediately to Sean O'Hara, who's now wearing number 10. Not much of a gain. Immediately brought down by the defensive line of the Tigers. Number 71, Grant Myers on the tackle for Howland. Butch Antrim now in a heated conversation with our referee. Not sure what that's all about right now.
I'm wondering if they had to report that O'Hara was switching jerseys, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't notice that when they're on defense as much as you do on offense, so.
Now I see Boardman Athletic Director Marco Marinucci down as part of the discussion. A number of members of the Boardman coaching staff weighing in on this. This is when we need an on-field reporter, Donnie.
Yeah, we should work on that, Don. I mean, with BSTN and us up top, I mean, it can only get better, right?
Well, with us up here, if we could do something else, it could only get better,
right.
For sure.
Buddy, I got to tell you, I missed you. 2 weeks ago at Cheney, you know, we were very, very lucky and privileged to have the crew of BSTN with us at our home opener against Mooney. You know, going on the road to Cheney was a little bit different. There were a couple of times where I forgot to move the camera, and a lot of people watching from out of town let me know that my 8-year-old son could have done a better job as a cameraman over me. But we had the luxury of BSTN here at home, so you know, we could just shoot the gab a little bit and not worry about moving camera angles. So, you know, anything we could do to enhance the featuring these kids is we're all for it. Again, not really sure what happened down there. If we can get some clarity, we will.
Thomas will keep it up the middle. He's got a lot of running room, and now he gets into space where he's the most dangerous. Down the sideline, he'll be knocked out of bounds inside the 30 of Howland. So, and that's where Terrence Thomas, you really see the talent on the field.
Yeah, he sees the field really well, and he's very deliberate with how he wants to attack his run. He gashes up to the edge a little bit, and then bounces to the outside a little bit, and picks up extra yardage every time. Very smart runner.
1st and 10 at the 28 for Boardman. Early part of the third quarter, Boardman's first drive, they stopped Howland, who received the second half kickoff. Give is to Sean O'Hara up the middle. Makes a couple tacklers miss. Now down inside the 10-yard line. He's knocked out of bounds. Number 4, Sam Vaca, knocks him out of bounds. but not before O'Hora has another first down for the Spartans. Inside the 10-yard line, it'll be first and goal Boardman in the audible call red zone.
You know, if you could get O'Hora and Thompson going at the same time, you're going to have a very fun night.
Thomas will keep it. And brought down for a big loss down at the 16-yard line. 7-yard loss. It'll bring up second and goal from the 16.
Yeah, you got to just take your lumps and you know, not try to do too much on that play. I mean, he's a playmaker, so he's going to always give it everything he can. But in some instances, you just got to tell yourself to get down so you don't lose any more yards. But we got some knuckleheads watching on the YSN Live tonight. They wanted us to let you know that 9 out of 10 Spartans prefer tacos on Tuesdays. Compliments of Mr. Ward watching, I'm sure, comfortably from his home.
I'll tell you, Donnie, when I ventured outside at halftime, it's a bit chilly.
It is chilly. That's why I wore long sleeves today, Don. I was prepared.
And nothing doing there for Terrence Thomas up the middle. So the Howland defense has certainly stiffened here in the red zone. It'll be third down in goal from about the 16-yard line.
Yeah, a couple broken plays there for Boardman, a couple breakdowns on some blocking schemes, but you know, you have a big guy like number 14, Cam Thompson. I mean, right now would be a great opportunity to see if he can get open in that end zone. Worst case scenario, you got a big leg and Carson Essett kicking field goals. So, is Carson kicking field goals, or is
Cole's kicking tonight?
Cole's
we
kicking tonight.
We haven't seen Carson except on the punts tonight.
Still another incredible leg. So, Boardman's got plenty of help in that department.
3 receivers out to the right. Thompson up to the left. Terrence Thomas throws across the middle looking for Braden Joseph Robinson. It's incomplete in the end zone.
And it looks like they had 2 Spartans in the same area at the same time, which sometimes, you know, when you're running routes and you think that you're open, you kind of sit in a spot, sit in the zone, and you don't realize that you have another Spartan there. So there was a little bit of miscommunication there. So hopefully we can add 3 points to this total here, 2014.
Cole Conkson with his second field goal attempt of the evening will be from 32 yards out. Same hash mark that he made it from earlier from 35. Out of the hold of Fernando Ortiz, Conkson's kick, plenty of distance, and it is good. With 7 minutes and 41 seconds left to play in the third quarter, the score now, Boardman 20, Howland 14.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more. WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. With our combined 70 years experience, WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit WRSwealth.com. Good luck, athletes.
That last Boardman Spartan scoring drive was 7 plays, 44 yards, took 2 minutes and 9 seconds, resulting in a Cole Conkson field goal from 32 yards out. The score, Boardman 20, Howland 14.
And Dawn, I have to give a shout out to some of my Howland people watching on YSN as well. Sean Pompilia, a longtime friend of mine. A little squib kick right now for Boardman.
A lot of
Balls
pinball
all over the place.
loose.
Looks like Boardman may have gotten that ball, Dawn.
Waiting for the official
No,
word, and Howland does have it. Looked like it went right off one of the up men and bounced around. Howland gets on top of that. So they'll have good field position here at about the 39-yard line to start this drive.
Yeah, but it's good to know that the Howland folks want to listen to us as well. We try not to be a little biased, you know, but we are broadcasting for Boardman. But Sean Pompilia's daughter, Alyssa, senior year, she's off to a great start in soccer. She's a phenomenal basketball player. So best of luck to her this year, and continued success in college as well. So
we're glad you're with us wherever you're watching us from here on YSN, live and local high school sports. Brought to you free of charge for these live streams, courtesy of our sponsors. John Perry hands it to Wormer. He'll be stacked up in the backfield by a host of Spartan tacklers. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10 for Howland.
And it looks like, Don, early on that Boardman's been able to figure some things out as far as that run game goes for Howland. But, again, I still haven't seen anything to shore up that edge. So we'll see if Boardman's figured that out.
I'm surprised they haven't tried to go right back to that here. And I'm sure as soon as I say that, they will.
Yeah, might get a steady dose of it.
Perry will keep it, and he won't go anywhere.
A little surprised at that, Don, because he's a big, tall, lengthy sophomore running quarterback, and you had some success with your running backs gashing us pretty good in the first half. So first couple series for Howland, you've seen a lot of quarterback run.
3rd down Tigers will be 3rd and 12. Their second drive of the second half. 20-14 Boardman. Clock running, 6 minutes and 19 seconds left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Halftime score from Austintown, Ursuline 28, the Fitch Falcons 20. He looks to throw, he'll try to set, but he will be sacked by Fernando Ortiz, number 5 of the Spartans.
Big time play by Fernando, was able to shed that block pretty good. Big loss for the Howland Tigers.
Huge loss. It'll be an obvious punting situation for Howland now. Fernando Ortiz with the big sack of Perry. And it's 4th and 25 Howland. Big loss there, 13 yards.
See if there's going to be another one of those end-over-end punts by the punter that gets a little tricky for Cam Thompson.
If Cam Thompson can get a punt that he can field with some space, and he might do it right now. Cam Thompson takes it at the 39. He looks for some space, comes around the near side,
some
up to the 50.
Great downfield blocking by the Spartans, too.
And he will be knocked out of bounds on the Howland side of the field at about the 46-yard line, where Boardman will set up for their second drive here in the second half. A Spartan is down on the field injured. We'll take the timeout as the official timeout on the field for an injury. Your score, Boardman 20, Howland 14.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2.
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with.
We're back after a commercial break, and Sean O'Hora with the run for the Spartans. He'll be into the end zone for a touchdown.
Excellent run for Sean O'Hora. Was able to stay on his feet. Got tripped up a little bit, but never went down. I mean, he's a tough runner, tough person to bring down as it is, and for him to show a little bit of finesse there on that touchdown run means a lot to the Boardman Spartans.
We were late coming out of commercial, but we caught the end of that run. Touchdown Boardman, 46-yarder by Sean O'Hora. If I'm not mistaken, that's his 4th of the year. Came into the game with 341 yards rushing and done nothing but add to it here. Cole Conkson on to attempt the extra point. 26-14 Boardman. Fernando Ortiz, the holder, he had that big sack to set up the punt in the last drive for Howland. Cole Conkson's kick is up, and it is good. So with 4 minutes and 55 seconds left to play in the third quarter, the score, Boardman 27, Howland 14. Your replays tonight are brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers from 224 in Boardman. Raising Cane's, the home of delicious chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast, and homemade lemonade. And of course, Sim's favorite, the cane sauce.
Coca's Pizza, always supporting our community and our local athletes. Stop in on game day or score big and have it delivered right to your door. Check out our daily specials at cocaspizza.com. That's Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot.
Visit Delicious Coca's Pizza in Boardman and their other locations where, as Steve Coca likes to say, they do indeed serve it hot. One of our stadium sponsors here at Spartan Stadium, Coca's Pizza. Convenient locations all around the area. Cole Conkson to kick it off now for the Spartans. He'll put it in the air this time after that pinballing ground kick last time. It'll bounce inside the 5. Vaca will take it there, and he'll be brought down at the 13-yard line.
It's hard to make out the numbers when it's as dark as it is, Dawn, so we'll rely on our PA announcer.
Yeah, we've got a, if it wasn't for our crew of assistants and spotters and helpers, oh, wait. So Vaca took the return from his own 3 out to the 13, 10-yard return.
Looks like he was brought down by number 28, Jordan Salisbury, the third.
So Howland will set up their offense. 87 yards away from the end zone. 4 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the third quarter. Perry will give it to Masucci.
Masucci had a nice big hole to run up the middle on. I mean, I would venture to guess that that Boardman's trying to cheat on the edge a little bit now since they got gashed so much in the first half, and that they left a nice big wide open hole in the center of the field. It's a chess match now, Dawn.
Second and 2 for the Tigers, just outside their own 20-yard line. Give is to Woomer. He'll have the first down up near the 25. Stephen Conti with the tackle for the Spartans. So first and 10 Howland at the 25. Quarterback Perry goes over to the sidelines to get instructions from the coaching staff. Play clock running at 14. And we're going to get a false start on the center of that Howland line. Looked like number 77. Simon Merkel, 6 foot, 230-pound junior. Jumped.
And Howland was in no hurry to do anything offensively there, and took a lot of time on that play as it was, and to back him up another 5 yards is a little bit of a kick to their offense.
Perry going over to the sidelines after each play, and they're on that hash mark. Get the instructions from the coaching staff.
Clock continues to run, approaching 3 minutes in the third quarter.
First and 15. That was Woomer again. He'll get the penalty yardage back up near the original line of scrimmage at the 20. They'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Donnie, here's an interesting fact. I always do a little bit of research against our opponents.
Yep.
Did you know that notable Howland graduate Willie Davenport was the 1968 gold medalist in the 110-meter hurdles at the Mexico City Olympics?
I did not, because I was not born in 1968.
But I'll give you a little bit more about Mr. Davenport because it's kind of an interesting story. 2nd down and 10 for Howland. Fakes the handoff to Woomer. Perry will keep it himself, and he will be knocked out of bounds over on the far side of the field.
Great containment by Sean by Stephen Conti as well.
So in addition to winning the gold medal in the 110-meter hurdles in 1968, he won a bronze in 76.
Wow.
He competed in 64 and 72, and he also competed in the bobsled competition at the Winter Olympics in Lake Placid in 1980.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, that's got to be one heck of an athlete if you're gonna span that many years in the Olympics.
He was also he played football at Southern University and was a draft pick in 1969 of the Saints, but never entered the NFL.
Why would you when you have all those Olympic aspirations?
Goes Perry. Out to Vaca on the far side. He will be brought down immediately by number 12, Andre Freeman.
Nice open field tackle by Freeman. Again, keeping containment is key to the Boardman Spartans defense. Big 4th down and 15 coming up. No field position, so Howland's going to be forced to punt, down 2 scores. Just under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
And we're going to get to see Cam Thompson return another punt. Clock is running, under 2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. There goes Thompson. He makes a defender miss down the far sideline. And Howland has the angle on him, but not before he returns it inside the 20-yard line. We'll see where they mark it, where he went out of bounds. Penalty marker on the play, back up behind the play. This is likely coming back. I'd like to give a shout out to some of the other Boardman fall sports. The boys soccer team is undefeated through 6 games. They defeated Akron North last night in Akron. Cole Conkson had 4 goals in the game. 2 assists from Carter Mascola and 1 each from Najee Corey and Landon Mitchell. And Carson Essed, who's done the punting duties here tonight, is in goal for the Spartan soccer team. He recorded his 3rd shutout of the season. The girls tennis team has a record of 7-4. They lost to Canfield yesterday 3-2. Ava Valco and Alyssa Olson were the singles winners for Boardman. And tomorrow they'll travel to Dover, Ohio for the Dover Invitational. Spartans will start after the penalty, 1st and 10 at their 46-yard line. A little over a minute to play left in the 3rd quarter. Give is to O'Hora. And he will be brought down, but not before after he crosses into Howland territory at the 46-yard line. Gain of 8.
And Don, we'll
see him back in the game shortly. Terrence Thomas calling the signals. He'll give the ball to O'Hora up the middle. O'Hora stopped after about a 3-yard gain. Number 26, Michael Gosius on the tackle for Howland.
Looks like this will be the last play of the 3rd quarter, 10 seconds ago. Nothing wrong with a little 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you're Boardman. Just get that clock moving.
And that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll be back after this with the final quarter of football from Spartan Stadium. The score, Boardman 27, Howland 14.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999.
I
I got into the car business, and I worked for about 19 years for Saturn. I have always wanted to make sure that the customers' wants and needs were met. Well, I'd like customers to know that I care about them. My goal is to try to find the right vehicle that's the appropriate vehicle for them. I'm Robert Colbert, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you.
Just like to take a minute to mention these broadcasts would not be possible without the support of our sponsors on YSN. So as you see these local businesses in these adverts between the breaks in the action here, please do business with them. Without their fine support, we wouldn't be able to bring you these broadcasts free of charge here on YSN, your sports network. First and 10 Spartans, second and 7 Spartans at the 45. Give is to Sean O'Hora. He'll get a couple of yards before being dragged down on the far side.
And if you're Boardman right here, Don, you're probably getting close to 4-down territory as it is, being that close to the 35-yard line. So, you could probably go with another Sean O'Hora up the gut run. Play it safe, 3 yards, cloud of dust, like I said before the end of the quarter. Nothing has to be flashy. Just run that clock.
Now up 13 points with the clock running. Down near 11 minutes left to go in the game. Boardman in no hurry to get under center here. Oh. Pass by Terrence Thomas to Cam Thompson, and Cam Thompson with a rare drop. He's made some circus catches tonight, but he dropped that one.
Yeah.
And they'll bring up 4th and 5 for the Spartans.
Looks like that throw was a little bit off the mark, hit the back shoulder pad of Thompson. Still, you would hope that'd be a catch that you'd haul in after all those spectacular catches he's made so far today.
So Coach Antrim elects to punt the ball away, up 13. And no doubt expecting Carson Essa to pin the Tigers deep. Matthew Woomer deep to receive the punt.
A little bit of a high snap there, but caused a little bit of a bad punt there if you're Boardman. Looking for a roughing the kicker penalty there, but he's not going to get it.
So Howland will take over. And now if you're on that other sideline, you begin to wonder how many possessions you're going to get in the rest of the game. So you almost have to think, with 11 minutes to play, depending on how this next drive goes, you're probably in 4-down territory. It'll be 1st and 10, Howland at the 26-yard line. Give us to Woomer. He'll have some room. And he gets into the Boardman secondary.
And it looked like O'Hora had containment on the outside. He was able to turn the running back in, but you need the secondary to step up and make the play. If he's able to turn the running back in, there's got to be somebody there to stop him.
Yeah, that will move the chains. I thought he was brought down just short, but apparently not. We move the chains. That's a 1st down. 10 yards by Matthew Woomer. 1st and 10, Howland at the 36.
Most teams down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. They're doing a lot of throwing and stuff, but Howland's been able to move the ball on the ground pretty well tonight. So there's no need to press the panic button just yet.
Nope. Give us to Masucci. Short gain. Be 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers.
It's a big 2nd down for the Spartans. If they can hold the momentum a little bit and force a long 3rd down, force Howland to put the ball in the air, maybe get another quick stop.
Perry will give it to Woomer. He'll have plenty of room before being brought down out over the 40-yard line. Stephen Conti with the tackle for Boardman. Bring up 3rd down and 3.
Woomer was able to hit that hole pretty hard. Had a nice head of steam there to pick up those extra yards. I mean, if you're Howland, if you don't convert this first down here, you're close enough to try to go for it on 4th down as well.
3rd and 3 Howland. Clock runs under 10 minutes to play in the ball game. Perry gives it to Woomer. He'll have some running room along the right side, enough for the first down. He's inside the 30-yard line before finally being dragged down along the Boardman sidelines.
And again, Sean O'Hurl did a nice job turning him in, but again, there's nobody there in the second level to make the stop until well past the line to gain. And
Andre Freeman made the tackle, so Howland now inside the Boardman 30. So that was reminiscent of what they were able to do in the second quarter there.
Guys up front are doing their job. We just need the second level to step up and make a play.
It is to Masucci. He'll have some running room. And down near the 20-yard line. I think he'll be just short of another first down. Gain of 9, bringing up 2nd down and 1 for Howland.
Looks like we're right at that audible call red zone, so the guys back at the studio should be ready to go here.
Masucci and Woomer in the backfield with Perry. Give is to Woomer. Shakes off a tackler. Down inside the 20. Finally brought down to the far sideline at about the 12-yard line. It'll be first down Howland inside the audible call red zone.
You know, if you're Boardman, you got to change your pursuit angles, especially on the edge there. I mean, you're allowing them to do whatever they want. You know, the ball has not gone in the air, and they've moved the ball all the way down to the 12-yard line. So you got to step up on the outside, on the edge, and make a play. I mean, sooner or later, it's going to hurt you down the road.
Still plenty of time left in this ball game. Give is to Masucci, and he's going to go nowhere. Stacked up at the center of that Boardman defensive line.
Penalty flag.
Flags coming in at the end. Cam Atwood on the tackle along with Cortland Love. Penalty marker down.
Cortland still has his hands up in the air like he thought he didn't do anything wrong, but apparently he did a little bit of extracurricular activity.
Personal foul against number 52, Cortland Love. That'll be half the distance to the goal, or actually, yeah, typically a 15-yard penalty.
If you're Boardman and you want to have the success that you think you can have, you got to stop with the unnecessary penalties. I mean, it's every week there's been a penalty thrown that shouldn't have been thrown, and you just got to play to the whistle and be done. Can't stress that enough.
Half the distance to the goal, bring it inside the 10-yard line down to the 7, where Howland will set up first down and 5 from the 7-yard line.
7:36 to go in the fourth quarter. Still plenty of time. Down 2 scores.
Give is to Woomer. He is stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and then a host of Spartans will tackle him. Gets down to about the 5-yard line. Andre Freeman with the tackle for Boardman. And it is third down, Howland. Masucci, the ball carrier. He will be into the end zone for a Howland touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run by Luca Masucci brings the score to Boardman 27, Howland 20.
I'm definitely going to sound like a broken record, but man, when they get that edge, it's game on.
This ball game far from over. Ashley Macias, the senior place kicker for the Tigers, on to attempt the extra point. Make this a 6-point ball game. Very important extra point right here. Woomer's hold is down. Her kick is up, and her kick is good. So with 6 minutes and 47 seconds left to play in the ball game, the score: Boardman 27, Howland 21.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
Okay, so about ready for the kickoff to take place here. 6:47 left to play in the ball game. Braid of Joseph Robinson and Cam Thompson deep for Boardman to take this kickoff. Thompson will have some trouble with the ball. He picks it up off the ground at the 20. Trying to make some Howland players miss. Now takes off up the center of the field. He'll be brought down at about the 39-yard line where the Spartans will start 1st and 10. No penalty markers that time.
Yeah, that's key. And kudos to Cam Thompson for making something out of nothing there, because bobbled that ball a little bit. Could have been bottled up around the 20-yard line and was able to get a positive 19-yard gain out of that. Sorry, 18-yard gain out of that. They marked it at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38 for Boardman now, leading by 6. Both teams with 3 timeouts left. 6 minutes, 38 seconds to play in the ball game. Terrence Thomas, quarterback for Boardman. Sean O'Hora in the backfield with him. Brings Andre Freeman in motion. Give is to O'Hora. Not much there. Goes right into the heart of the Howland defensive line. Gain of 1 or 2. 2nd down and 8.
And Don, if you're Boardman, you still expect a heavy dose of Sean O'Hora, although he got up out of the huddle there a little banged up, but looks like he's going to be okay. Just walk it off. But you could still expect a heavy dose of Sean O'Hora, because that's your workhorse as it is, and you can rely on him to get you some yardage.
And Thompson has come off the field shaking his hand.
A little bit of a stinger maybe. He took a nice little hit on that kickoff return.
I don't think Boardman will want to get too conservative here after Howland just went down the field. Terrence Thomas will pitch it out to Sean O'Hora, running room. And he'll be knocked out of bounds after getting the 1st down, but I think this will come back. Penalty on the far side of the field.
Now, Terrence did a great job of running that option. That's what you want to do. You want to suck that defensive back in and before you make that pitch to Sean O'Hora, which, could potentially result in the 1st down depending on what this penalty is, but looks like it might be coming back.
Holding against the Spartans.
But that's something that we didn't see Hightower do early on in the game before he came out with injury as far as running the option. So definitely a good play for Boardman if there wasn't a hold there, but penalties happen, I guess.
And Thompson is still not back on the field for the Spartans. Second and 5, Boardman after the penalty. Thomas will keep it himself, and he'll have a lot of running room up the center of the field. And he'll get down to the 32-yard line of Howland. First down, Boardman.
He was able to get through that. Didn't look like he had much room to run there, and then all of a sudden a burst of speed gets him into the secondary. So nice run by Terrence on that one. Keep looking out at the Howland's defense. They look like Penn State with the all white. Cam Thompson's back in the game though, Don. That's a good sign.
Sure is. He had 169 yards receiving in the first half. And Sean O'Hora, the Tigers blow that play up in the backfield. Number 10.
Yeah, that's one where you would hope Terrence would have pulled it back out of Sean's belly and took off on the right side because he would have been wide open. He might have even walked into the end zone on that play. I think he's a little frustrated with himself that he didn't pull. He's smacking himself on the leg there, knowing he had a wide open back half of the field.
Clock continues to run, approaching 4 minutes to play in the ball game. 2nd and 15 for the Spartans. Flips it out to O'Hora. O'Hora with running room along the sidelines.
If you notice, O'Hora did a great job of letting Cam Thompson set up the block so he could run to the outside and pick up those extra yards. That's a very, very smart run there for Sean O'Hora, letting Cam Thompson basically take out 2 guys on defense with 1 block.
It'll bring up a very manageable 3rd down for the Spartans. 3rd and 4 at the 25-yard line of Howland.
Got to look for Boardman to get this first down, but if not, you got a big decision to make.
Thomas will give to O'Hora straight up the middle, and he'll punch down near the line to gain, but he's going to be short. It'll bring up 4th and short for the Spartans, and I wonder if that was definitely going to be 2-down territory based on that call. Flag goes into the air now after the play, so let's see what this is. Boardman signaling that it's against Howland. That can really be a backbreaker if it is.
Yeah, if you're Howland, you definitely don't want to see that with 3:38 to go in the game when you had a nice stop on 3rd down. This kid's got to understand that it's detrimental to the team. You can't do things like that. You got to just play within yourself.
Personal foul against the Tigers. That'll give the Spartans a first down inside the audible call red zone down at the 11-yard line. And that is a backbreaker.
Big time, because if I'm not mistaken, the clock, because it was a run, the clock could run as well. So it was after the play. So, yeah, clock's running. 25-second play clock in this instance, but they'll be snapping close to 3 minutes to go in the game.
Ortiz in the backfield with O'Hora and Thomas. Give is to Fernando Ortiz. Looks for some running room. And Howland will stop him for a loss. Short loss in the play. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Fernando hasn't had many touches in today's game, and it's a pretty gutsy call to hand it to him with 3 minutes to go in the 4th when O'Hora's been pretty much taking the load of the game. But you know, he's still a pretty elusive back if he wants to be. So, but I'd be giving it to number 10 if anything.
2nd down and 11 from the 12-yard line. Clock running. Two minutes and 30 seconds with the clock running. Terrence Thomas in no hurry to take the snap from center. Thomas will keep it himself. And Howland will tackle him for a short loss. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11. 3rd down and 12 from the 12-yard line.
And if you're Howland, you do have 3 timeouts left with 2 minutes to go in the game. It's a big 3rd down. I don't know if maybe I would possibly burn one. You'd have to expect Boardman's not going to put the ball up in the air.
Yeah, minute 47, the clock is running. There are 23 seconds left on the play clock. So the Spartans are not going to snap this until down near a minute 20.
If I'm Seth Antrim, I'm not even going to run a play right here. I'm probably just going to call a timeout.
That might not be a bad idea. And that may be exactly what he's going to do as his play clock runs down to 4, 3, 2. He calls timeout. 1 minute, 21 seconds left in the ball game. And big 3rd down coming up here for the Spartans. That's the first timeout that Boardman's used in the second half.
I guess if you're Howland, you still have 3 timeouts. You had just over 2 minutes to go in the game, but you could still run the ball if you're them as well, having those 3 timeouts. So maybe hoping that you're gonna keep Boardman from getting in the end zone after this 3rd down, but you still have a very makeable field goal opportunity as well. So a lot of strategy in the last couple minutes of the game for sure. You just got to hope you guess right.
Just got an updated score. Ursuline leads Austintown Fitch in the 3rd quarter, 34-20. Canfield up 35-0 on New Philadelphia in the 3rd quarter. We'll see Canfield in the final game of the season here at Spartan Stadium. Okay, 3rd down, 12 yards to go from the 13-yard line for the Spartans. Thomas is going to look to throw. I'm kind of surprised by that. He'll put it into the end zone.
What a catch.
Cam Thompson with a tremendous catch. Touchdown, Boardman.
Wow. I don't know what he's getting called for there. I mean, he's basically walking back. I mean, he's done worse.
Touchdown, Boardman. Cam Thompson. A 14-yard touchdown pass from Terrence Thomas. And that likely will seal the deal here at Spartan Stadium. Boardman 33, Howland 21. 1 minute 14 left to play in the ball game.
I mean, Cam Thompson has had some highlight reel catches so far this year that you wouldn't see that in a lifetime with some of these people. That's unfortunate. That's his 2nd unsportsmanlike penalty in consecutive weeks. Just, man.
Well, it doesn't make much difference here in this ball game tonight, but something they need to clean up because you don't want to be giving away yardage, and you certainly don't want to do that kind of thing. Cole Conkson on to attempt the extra point. Conkson's extra point is no good. Might have been partially blocked.
Looked like it was blocked at the line of scrimmage there.
So a minute 14 left to play. Boardman leads Howland 33-21. It's been a very exciting ball game tonight. We're just getting the replay of that touchdown catch. Great catch by Cam Thompson. And then the penalty marker came down afterwards.
You know, if you're picking an MVP for today's game, who do you pick between Thompson and O'Hara?
Yeah, they both. You can make an argument for both of them. O'Hara with some great running as he's done all season. Cam Thompson, tremendous receiver here tonight. Hard to say.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I mean, both have played a phenomenal game.
Okay, we'll be ready for the kickoff here, and Howland will definitely have to try to put the ball in the air. Can't afford to methodically put a drive together here. Minute 14, 12-point lead for the Spartans. That scoring drive for Boardman, 64 yards in 10 plays. Cam Thompson, a 13-yard touchdown catch from Terrence Thomas to top it off. Cole Conkson will kick it from the 25. And that was number 6. Check that, number 5 on the return, yeah. Michael Vaca.
We could see that 5.
I can't make the difference between a 6 and a 5, as I've proven many times tonight.
That 5's pretty big.
That is
pretty big there.
That is obvious now. So a minute 9 left in the ball game. First and 10 at the 35. Perry will drop back under some pressure, rolls away from it. He will attempt to complete it to number 8, Alex Vaca, incomplete.
Some good pursuit pressure there by Jared Mahood.
Second and 10 for Howland, 59 seconds left to play in the ball game. Perry will put it in the air again. Again, his intended receiver is Alex Vaca, incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 10.
When you're Howland and you haven't really thrown the ball much at all this game, maybe once or twice before this last series, you know, you're not used to feeling the pressure from the defense and rifling one in there. So, you know, a lot of things factor in when you're under the gun. I mean, your game plan was good as far as running the ball throughout the game because it worked. I would argue with 3 timeouts, why not run it some more? I mean, you're sitting at a 3rd and 10 now with 2 incompletions.
3rd and 10, what is certainly 4-down territory. Perry will put it in the air again. He'll roll to the left. And that pass is going to be intercepted but out of bounds. That was Andre Freeman for Boardman, and Perry took a heck of a lick.
From Fernando Ortiz. I mean, he got in there pretty quick, too.
Official timeout now.
Looks like he got an injured Spartan.
Official timeout for an injury. We'll be with you next Friday night here on YSN from Spartan Stadium as the Golden Bears of East High School come to town to face the Spartans. That game will kick off at 7 p.m. So if you've enjoyed listening to us tonight, and we think we've corrected some of our audio problems, you could listen to us again. Again, a reminder, all of these games are available for download. There is a cost associated with that, so on the website you'll see these games available for download. So if you have a youngster playing that you want to have these memories years into the future, download them from YSN.
It's definitely worth the $2.99 for the download. You get to keep it forever. You can share it with whoever you want. You know, it's no different from running on Saturday mornings to the gas station to pick up 10 or 12 newspapers because of the stats. But one thing is you're reading the stats versus you get to watch the entire game, so you get to relive it. So, you know, $2.99 is well worth it for the price, especially when you're watching it for free tonight. we were up at Jackson last week, and they didn't allow us to broadcast a free event because they wanted $8 a pop. So thanks to all of our sponsors at YSN for allowing you guys, the viewers, to watch these games for free. It says a lot about the businesses in our area stepping up and really helping showcase these kids. YSN just signed on their 56th school in the last 3 years, so they're a well-oiled machine and ready to take off.
Perry will put the ball in the air again today as receiver falls down. Incomplete. Boardman's going to take over on downs. So victory formation coming up for the Spartans. 33 seconds left in the ball game. Boardman will just have to snap it once probably here. And this was a big test for Boardman tonight, Donnie. Howland came to play, and quite frankly, I think they dominated the Spartans in the second quarter.
They really did. They really did.
But the Spartans cleaned some things up at halftime, came out focused in the second half, and as a result, leading here by 12 with 33 seconds left to play.
Yeah, definitely a big test, a bigger test than I thought it was going to be, honestly, Don. I mean, they were able to establish the run, and I said before the game started, if they can establish a run, it's going to be a different game because they notoriously can run the ball against us. They've done it for several years, so gotta love the victory formation though for us.
For the first time tonight, a Spartan quarterback goes under center. Terrence Thomas will kneel down. Clock will run.
That'll do it.
And they won't have to snap it again. So this one is in the books. The Seth Antrim era has begun quite successfully here at Boardman High School. The Spartans will go to 3-1 on the year. The Tigers will drop to 1-3. We had the return of Terrence Thomas tonight, and what a difference he made with his feet and his arm this evening. Sean O'Hora with a big night. Cam Thompson with a big night receiving. Boardman puts 33 points on the board, and your final score, Boardman 33, Howland 21. Any final thoughts, Donnie?
No, if you're Boardman, you just got to continue the success on offense and figure out some things on the secondary and get things rolling. Heading in East is going to be another test with the athletes that they have. And, you just got to play within yourself and play responsible and clean some of those penalties up and keep getting better each week. So 3-1's a good start. You have the opportunity to go 4-1 next week. So looking forward to it.
We'll be with you next Friday night here from Spartan Stadium. 7 p.m. kickoff against the Golden Bears of East High School. That'll mark the halfway point of the 2021 high school football season, and we'll look forward to spending it with you next Friday. Once again, your final score from Spartan Stadium in Boardman. Boardman 33, Howland 21. On behalf of Donnie Riccatelli, this is Don Mascola, thanking you for watching us on YSN.
This broadcast stream is copyrighted by Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC. Any other use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without YSN's consent is prohibited.